Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel and welcome back to some more Hannibal. Last time on Hannibal there was trippy sex, there was Margot's brother with the piggies, Will and Hannibal doing their team up, flirty, I killed this man and no one in the room knows it other than you, we're best buddies. And we ended on a cliffhanger with Freddy maybe being killed by Will. There was no body. We wait till we see bodies until we confirm death. That's the rule. There might be hope, maybe, even though they definitely seems like they ate her, but who knows? There seems like there's a long game going on and we've got lots of balls juggling up in the air right now and 3 episodes to wrap at least some of that up. And we still don't know what happened to Abigail other than her ear ended up in Will's mouth. There's that still floating up there as well, just putting that out there. But yeah, lots to do. Will in a weird place of he knows what he's doing, he's motivated. We're just not 100% sure on what his motivation is right now, whether he's just given in to the Hannibal way of life, or if this is all just his big plan to catch him. And then there's Jack, just kind of like, what is life? What is life right now? I expect things to gear up from this episode onwards in terms of rocketing towards this finale, and we'll see. We'll see how Jack's going to start putting things together. We'll see how Will fits into that puzzle, and yeah, we'll build towards this climactic battle, the fight of the century, Jack versus Hannibal. Who will come out on top? There's another series and it's still called Hannibal, so I'm willing to bet probably Hannibal. But before we jump into this episode, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review of the episode that happens afterwards. Also consider supporting the channel by subscribing, that would be a lovely thing to do. And there are social links down below, including the Twitch channel and the Discord server if you want to hang out, chat, we play video games live. It's a good time, you should do it. It's fun times for all. Let's jump into this next episode, see if we find out what happens to Freddy, see if there's more sexy foursomes, trippy time, and I guess we'll see if anyone gets fed to those pigs, because that's definitely been seeded. I'm betting it's probably going to be the guy himself. I've forgotten what his name is. His name begins with an M. It's gone. It's gone. It's fine. It doesn't matter. He's going to get eaten by pigs soon anyway. That's my bet. That's my bet. Who cares? Everyone hates him. Let's do the episode. Let's stop doing whatever I'm doing. Here's the episode. Let's go. Okay, we're just starting full out weird. We're going with the weirdness right off the top. Oh god, it's a Wendigo. Is Will being born as a Wendigo? Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Will has been born as a Wendigo. He is transforming into the Hannibal man.
A rite of passage, if you will. Preparation calls for the songbird to be drowned alive in ammoniac and consumed whole in a single mouthful.
That poor little bird was drowned. I feel more bad for that bird than most of the humans in this show. You're gonna eat a whole? He's gonna fucking chug it? You're literally eating cuteness.
Bones and all.
In nugget form. I hate it. I hate this. Oh god. Do the eyes like pop? Get eye juice in your mouth?
I was euphoric when I killed Freddy Lowndes.
There's no body. There was no body. I'm just saying. I don't care if he's saying it out loud.
You must understand that blood and breath are only elements undergoing change to fuel your radiance.
You flatterer, you. You flatterer. You know how to give me the vapors. Oh shit, this is... Why is this ringing bells? Wheelchair, flame body. Why does that ring bells? I don't know why. I feel like that's like a scene from one of the movies, but I couldn't tell you where or when. Nope.
Orthodontics confirmed.
There's a body. There's a body, guys. There's a... My optimism may have got the better of me. Fuck.
She won't rise from the ashes, but her killer will.
Look at Hannibal. Well, this is worrisome. This is all worrisome.
You conspired with your unborn child to liberate yourself. You've made Will an unknowing accomplice.
I got what I wanted from Will.
Baby Will? Baby Will on the way?
What do you want from me?
Nothing. Or as much as you'd like to give. I'm not opposed to a male influence. As long as it's not my brother. He's not good with children.
Yeah, keep child away from him. Pigman doesn't need kids around him. That would only go badly.
Come along, children.
Oh god, and he's with kids. Immediately cut to him with kids near him.
What? You can't stay there anymore with Mama and Shirley and Kitty Cat. Maybe they just don't want you anymore, frankly. Is there something wrong with you? Here we go.
What's he doing?
Can you
What's he trying to get out of this kid?
just like that? Perfect. Yes.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Perfect.
Oh no. He's got a tear. What's he want tear? Like he didn't in the flashback. He was getting Margot's tear for whatever reason, right? Yeah, that's what he wanted. He wanted to make a kid cry to collect his tear. Or is he drinking it? He's drinking people's tears. Is that what's happening? Okay, well, we'll be having sweats again. Maybe he's not as in control as we all thought. If he's having sweaty dreams.
You're worried I killed Freddie Lowndes.
Did you?
What do you think?
I think that's the wrong answer to tell somebody who's already wondering what you're capable of.
I told everyone Hannibal was a killer, and no one believed me. Just like no one would believe you if you said I was a killer.
This is a Uno reverse what's happening here. Jesus. Will, the answer to the question, did you kill someone, is no. No, I did not.
Whoever you are afraid of, don't be afraid to use it. It takes 9mm rounds.
Is this him being like, I might need someone to put me down if things get too far? Is that what this is? Or shoot Hannibal if he tries to kill you. That's also the other option, because I think he still likes Alana. Like, he wants Alana to be safe, I firmly believe. But now, she has to be safe from not just Hannibal, but him as well.
I received some court-ordered therapy.
Was therapy helpful?
Yeah, how'd that go?
I got the doctor involved in something unethical, so he cut me some slack.
That's not helpful.
Altruistic punishment. And I am the sole verger heir.
Unless biology provides another.
Baby Will. Baby Will. Baby Will coming in. I fear for Margot's life. But also, Hannibal was seething throughout that entire scene. Like, I don't like this person. I don't want you here. But I have to have you here.
I'm not here to dance on Freddie Lowndes' grave, if that's what you're getting at. I'm here because my psychiatrist suggested it would be therapeutic.
Red flag. Red flag right there, Alana. Do something. Be smart, Alana. Do the smart thing. I know that's been a struggle for half of the season.
We have a deep-seated need to interact with our children. It helps us discover who we are.
Is that why Hannibal takes these people under his wing?
She was not my child, but she was my charge. She taught me so much about myself. She's dead. Abigail reminded me so much of her.
That explains a lot.
Would you protect this child the way you couldn't protect Abigail?
Well, that seems to be cutting a little too deep.
I dream that I'm teaching her how to fish.
I'm sorry. I took that from you.
And there's so much earnest
Give it back.
conversation going on here. That scene. I mean, it's so hard because it's like, I don't know I mean, I imagine there's a lot of truth in what they were just saying to one another, but at the same time, I don't know how much of it they're saying to one another to get the other on side kind of deal.
So first he burns effigies and now he's assembling them.
Burning Freddie Lowndes wasn't his first effigy. This psychopath was incubating fantasies about killing and is building himself up, or someone's building him up. Maybe Freddie's killer didn't do this. Maybe his benefactor did.
Is it coming together for you, Alana? Is it anything clicking into gears there?
It's a courtship.
I feel like she knows. She has to, right? She has to know. She's just like in that freeway now, where it's like that sex scene was a prelude to how these conversations were going to play out.
I need to share this wealth with a little virgin.
Are you trying to shag your sister, dude? Is this what you're trying to do? Because I think you're going about it the wrong way, and plus, you shouldn't do it. Yeah, Margot, I would leave. Leave. I know you want to try and kill him, but get the fuck out of there.
You sacrificed Abigail.
Ooh.
You cared about her as much as I did.
Maybe more. But then,
Hello there.
how much has God
This is interesting. They're facing off against themselves and each other simultaneously. Oh god, what are the shadows doing? What are the shadows doing? Fuck that. What is the shadows doing? Oh, hi. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, there's so much happening this episode. The themes of parenting and religion and time.
To a male heir, confirmed as my descendant. It's a very clever loophole she's found in Papa's will. Clearly, he did not take into account how resourceful she is.
She can go out there and get pregnant. Did not take that into account, apparently. Says more about
If she's not pregnant,
him than her, I
very
think.
tenacious.
Will is finally finding himself. He's getting better.
Doesn't seem to be getting better.
Depends what your version of better is, Alana. Smelling. What'd you smell? What do you smell? Oh, training with a gun.
Have you been firing a gun?
I told you I was feeling paranoid.
Well, this is, bad. This Margot? She getting the fuck out? She taking my advice and leaving? She is. She's even got a dapper hat to go with it. Okay, we're doing like an action shot here. This does not... Yeah, there, yeah. I figured as much. Eesh. Oh, Margot, you left it too late. Why did you go horse riding? Why didn't you just leave straight away? Gonna remove the child, I am assuming.
They're going to find something wrong with your lady parts, Margot. The doctor will advise me that it's best if they take everything. I'm afraid.
Oh, you fucking creep. You know what? I hope there's like some sort of Avengers-like team up where everyone just fucks this guy up. Just take him out.
Do you believe Will killed Freddie Lowndes?
No, I don't.
Do you think Dr. Chilton's the Chesapeake Ripper?
There was overwhelming...
Stop lying, Jack!
Yeah. Jack, please, for my sake, tell me. Tell me. Don't tell Alana, tell me. What you think is happening. If you fuckers had just listened to Will in the first place,
I want you to come.
none of this would be happening.
How was my funeral?
Well, hot diggity dog. Maybe I was right the whole fucking time. I do have questions, though. I have questions about who were Will and Freddie playing up to the cameras? What, on his farm? I don't know. Give me answers, show. Okay, well, Will may not have killed Freddie, but he is absolutely going to go ham, no pun intended on the pig situation, on on Mason.
I'm gonna feed you to my pigs.
Yeah, you say that. You say that.
You think it was Margot's idea to have an heir? I think it was your idea to take it from her. My idea to come here and kill you. Only thing you, your sister, and I have in common is the same psychiatrist.
Yep. Yep.
Dr. Lecter's the one you want to be feeding to your pigs.
Fucking Will out here playing these games, motherfucker. Oh, I know. I knew to trust Will. Although Mason's still a creep, and I wish he shot him in the head. But Will's soul is still intact, somewhat. He definitely killed the other guy, but the other guy was murdering people, so we'll let that slide, I guess. Once again, my brain is racing, so we'll try and go... Actually, no, let's not go from the top. I want to talk about the Freddy thing first. Well, goddamn if they didn't get me with the fake body switcheroo situation that they had going. I should have held on to my beliefs, goddammit, and thought she's alive. This is part of the game, although I do have questions about the entire events between Freddy and Will, if they were playing it up to make it look real for some reason, or if it was like an unreliable narrative kind of situation, or what. I'm hoping there's going to be an explanation behind all that at some point. But yeah, goddamn, I should have just held on to it. I knew it. I knew she was still alive, and yet I let that fucking fake body trick dupe me. God damn it. But with that said, it does seem to imply that at current, Will's goal, even if he is becoming slightly infatuated with Hannibal in some ways, his goal still is to catch him, trip him up, expose him, whatever it is he needs to do to catch him. That seems to still be his motivation. And despite how in control he is, I can't help but still believe there is still that intimacy, and like there is an earnestness in their relationship still, and there is a respect and a desire there between him and Hannibal, except maybe his hatred for him is still too palpable to even let that overcome all that. Now, as for Freddy's fake double body being dug back up and effigied, who we assume Hannibal did that. I mean, I can't imagine anyone else who would have done that. But if it was Hannibal, was he doing it to check to make sure it was actually Freddy? But it does make me suspicious as to whether or not Hannibal's actually been fooled by this plan that is apparently going on that Jack is in the loop with. Basically, as this is a whole big setup for these next two episodes, and boy howdy, I can definitely start to see how the Jack and Hannibal fight's going to start coming together, because we're closing that net. That net is coming down. But let's talk about other stuff. There's lots of things happened in this episode, so let's talk about those things. Will baby. Margot Will baby. That was a thing that I guess I should have seen coming, but I just didn't contemplate it. But yeah, makes sense. Although poor Margot, sweet Jesus, that poor woman just constantly getting the shit so bad. I hope so much that she gets something good at the end of all this, even if it's just I killed him, I got my brother. But seemingly at the end here, Will's like, hey, we're all being played off one another. There's one person who is manipulating the room, and for right now, I need you alive in order to catch him, basically. So I guess we see where that goes, but my God, do I feel so bad for Margot, sweet Jesus. But with that, there is this whole theme that's come back up again this episode that was a big thing in the first season of like paternity, parenthood, and being a father, and talk of Abigail again brought up some questions about, yo, what happened? We don't know. Apparently you know, but we don't know what happened, so enlighten me, please. Please enlighten me, show. But sort of more importantly was those emotional discussions about, one, Hannibal seeing his sister, who he also considered his ward, someone he looked after, in Abigail, and Will seeing a daughter in her, and that connection. Obviously he had a connection with his father, and you know, he wants to continue that. And you know, all those conversations felt like they were very, very earnest. Like there was a lot of truth in what they were talking about. Like the two guys were like in tears with each other. Like there has to be a truth there, or they're just that fucking good at bullshitting one another. Like, who's on top here? Who's actually in front in this race at the moment? It's really hard to tell sometimes. Although one of their conversations, I mean, it's debatable and it's ambiguous as to whether it was an actual conversation, because it seemed to be kind of a vision dream, but for both of them. Like, they were having the same vision and dream at the same time, which ended with the Wendigo with the, you know, with the god effigy. So I wonder if that's just a further, like, connection between the two, because obviously this episode started with Will being born out of the stag in Wendigo form, like, you know, symbolism, and the meal that they had together about him being sort of reborn and transcending into his new state of mind, and at least that he's convinced Hannibal, maybe, possibly, that he is transformed into this new state of mind. So yeah, lots of themes around parenting, love, and taking people under your wing and rebirth, all those things. A lot of that, shovel loads of that going on this episode. It was interesting in that conversation with Hannibal about, you know, Abigail and sort of having her as a daughter figure, but also to me it kind of rang like maybe that's why he does what he does, like why he takes people like Will and Margot and various other people under his wing in his therapy to try and get them to be their true selves, is that he's trying to replicate a portion of his relationship that he once had with his sister, like someone he looked after, someone he tried his best to help, and obviously tragic situation that I don't know if the show's going to tell us exactly what happened, but if it's anything like what I think the situation was based on like the movies and other, like, I think it's in the books as well, it's talked about there, but I can't remember the details, but it was pretty bad what happened, if I'm remembering correctly, and I'm wondering if the show is going to reveal what that was. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. It was interesting, like an extra bit of context in terms of why Hannibal does what he does. And it was very open of him. It's like, felt like the most open he's ever been in the show in a conversation with Will, or anyone for that matter. That's why that conversation felt so real. Like, I was like, man, it's really transcending to another place, this relationship, and I'm wondering when the chips fall how that's going to affect it going into season 3. On top of a peek behind the curtain of Hannibal, we got a little bit more on Mason and his background and how his dad took him out of school constantly, give him this very bizarre upbringing about stabbing pigs, fat testing, also apparently alluding to how to test his sister as well, or he just used those teachings in the same way to test his sister, and seems like he wants some creepy shit. Like, at first it felt like, you wanna shag your sister? Are you trying to get her up the duff? Is that what you're trying to go for? But then he's like, nope, I'm just gonna remove her womb. I'm gonna take it all out. Either it's my heir or no one's heir, motherfucker. That's basically what he was doing. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that guy to get his comeuppance, because it's gonna happen. It has to. He's getting dropped in that pig pen. There's no way he does not get dropped in the pig pen, right? I know I'm leaping around a little bit here, but like I say, a mile a minute, lots of information going on in my brain. I'm just, again, going back to Jack's, like, the plan, right? The plan of what's going on. It seems like Jack is in the loop of what Will is doing. I'm just wondering how far Jack knows Will is willing to go. Like, if he's aware of some of the things he's done or is doing. Like, if Jack is just being like, we're catching the Ripper, and if you can prove that the Ripper is Hannibal, do it. Do what you have to do. I am kind of wondering what that situation is. But sorry, that was just a sudden thought I just had in my brain, and I just wanted to get that out. We also got a lot of Alana Bloom this episode, trying to get her up to speed. And it seems like she is finally, at long last, seems to be suspicious of Hannibal. Sweet Jesus, it only took basically 2 entire seasons for her to get to this point. Like I said in the reaction, like, none of this would have been happening if people just trusted Will in the goddamn first place. Will gave her a gun, was like, hey, if you're paranoid, if there's someone you don't trust, don't be afraid to use this gun. And it seemed to me, the insinuation was obviously the Hannibal side of it. There's that's like, doesn't even need saying at this point. But there was an element of that, if you think I'm going too far, don't be afraid to use it on me if you have to. That's kind of the weird implication that I was getting from that. And obviously we saw Will in another flop sweat nightmare which we haven't seen for a long time. I guess the first time we've seen it for a bit, and you know, it seems like, you know, that was a warning sign to him in some way, that he might be like losing control a little bit. So that's definitely what I was getting out of that scene. I might be completely wrong, might be reading too much into it, but that's kind of what I got. So yeah, in summary, feel fucking terrible for Margot. Sweet Jesus, I wish all the good things for Margot at this point. I want to know why Will and Freddy put on such a show for her death. I want answers. I want some fucking answers, show. Give me the truth of the situation. I love it. I love the mystery. I love the twists and the turns, but please give me something. Give me something solid to work with. And generally, I'm still in the state of, I'm excited to see where this is going, but I am concerned for my favorite characters and where they might end up by the end of this season. Like, it feels like we're heading towards calamity in multiple different ways, and Gillian Anderson still nowhere to be seen, so there's that as well. So yeah, solid episode, loved it. Lots of interesting themes, lots of interesting visuals, well directed episode as well. Lots of subtle camera movements and camera wiggles for certain scenes, and you know, the build up to certain moments. Like, just good stuff all around. But yeah, I'm excited to see where these next two episodes go, how they're going to come to their head point, if the fight between Hannibal and Jack is going to take place in the next episode or the final episode, because it could be interesting if it happens in the next episode and then we have another episode to unravel. And then season 3, of course, like, where are we going for season 3? But yeah, good times. I've enjoyed this. I hope you're still enjoying this. See you next time, I guess. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people. Also, consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos, and also it helps support the channel. There are social links down below, including Discord and Twitch. There we have fun times with video games, we chat, hang out. It's a good vibe. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you on the next one.